Welcome back to AnnEvolving. Today I am demonstrating how I prepare meals for the week. This is in line with the BodySlims program where I lost 25 pounds in 10 weeks, and I'm continuing on that journey to lose an additional 10 pounds so that I will be at the ideal weight. After I slice everything up, I will portion them out into the lunch meal containers for the week, and I will be able to know exactly what I'm eating every day. Part of eating healthy for me is taking the time to meal prep so that I know exactly what I'm going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is truly when I'm in the weight loss mode, but I did the first BodySlims program and then I had a little bit of time off and I was able to maintain my weight just fine, taking the approach of, being careful, eating mindfully, putting good nutrition into my body, and also being able to have some fun along the way. But now that I am in the second program, I am resuming my healthy meal prep, more careful measurement of food and things like that so that I can lose the additional 10 pounds that I want to lose. So now that I have my items ready to portion out into the salad, I can begin getting the bell peppers ready. I'm gonna slice them up, and then today I'm actually making lunch meals for myself and my daughter. She had a graduation event to go to today, and so I'm prepping lunches for both of us. So I will put all of the items that I cut into containers, and then I will divide it by 10, 5 lunches for her and 5 lunches for me, and we will have our lunch ready to go for the week. All right, so now's the time I'm going to begin dividing up the vegetables and weighing them so that I can portion them out for the meals for the week. So I have the cucumber, the tomato, and the bell pepper here, and I'm going to turn on the scale. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a note here of the total weight of the cucumber, the tomatoes, and the bell peppers. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weigh the container that I'm gonna put them in, and what I'll do is I will subtract the weight of this when I add in the vegetable. So it's on 0. I'm gonna put it on there. The weight of it is 28 grams. So that's what I will deduct after I weigh. So let's do the tomatoes first. All right, so the tomatoes weigh 633 grams. Okay, now I also know that this one's gonna weigh the same thing, so 28. And then I'm going to do the cucumber in here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to do that a little differently. Hang on. All right, I will measure this one twice. So we've got 834 plus, put it back there so it comes right up to 28. So plus 126. Now I'm gonna put this back in the bowl. All right. The next thing I'm going to measure the bell peppers. So I haven't cut them yet. I've just sliced them up. I'll add that in here, just like this. Okay, so that is 477. All right. I'm not sure why that's coming up as 33, 34, but it is. Okay. All right, so here we go. So the carrots are 371 grams. Okay, now I can turn it off. Now we're at the point of putting the lettuce and all of the salads into the meal prep bowls. So I have a 50-50 blend. I have 2 of those, so I'm just going to start by taking, that's probably about a cup in each. And I'm doing 10. I'm doing 10 because I'm doing 5 for my lunches and 5 for my daughter this week so that she has lunch. She's going to summer school and college, so I'm just going to get her ready as well with some lunches she can take on the go. All right. I used this yesterday for a salad, so again, I'm doing 5. I'm just doing the weekdays. We'll figure out something on the weekends, eat leftovers, and finish up everything else I may have cooked that we didn't make it through. Again, I'm just taking a handful, which I think is about a cup. Not a perfect measurement there. And for this, I'll probably just look up the calorie information on 1 cup of spring mix lettuce and use that when I tally up the calories to see what each salad is giving me. You don't have to tear the lettuce. I'm tearing it because it does make it a little easier to eat, and it does make it a little more compressed in the bowl so that I can fit everything else I want. Then I just go back in and I portion it out and make sure every package has about the same amount, which by now, it's kind of looking like 2 cups. So I had plenty to put in there. And if one's a little less full, I'll go ahead and try and even them out a little bit. Okay, so that's that. The next thing I add in is spinach. I will put in about 2 cups of the spring mix to 1 cup of spinach. Spinach has a lot of good nutrition in it, so I'm just going to put that on top. And I don't take off the stems or anything. I just put the whole leaf in there, but I do try and break it up a little bit. So again, I'll portion that out in all 10 servings. This is where it really comes in handy if you've prepped everything in advance, because then you can just divide it by the containers that you're using and portion them out evenly. When you're in the weight loss part of a diet. Otherwise, you can add things in and just do this based on your liking. You can use more salad dressing or whatever, but just having a nice, nutritious diet, I find it helps me feel good, have more energy, I'm less tired. I wake up earlier without an alarm. Eating the good food just makes me feel better. So now that I have everything here, I'm going to, I guess, eyeball. So here's the bell pepper. I did go ahead and chop it, the tomatoes and the cucumbers. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to portion it out, putting a little bit in each of the salad until I'm all out. And then when I divide it out, I'll know how many calories that is per container, because it's even, and I know that I'm spreading it out evenly. So I'm doing about a handful of the cucumber in each of the salads. And then I can spread that out a little bit, go put a little bit more in the ones that look like the handful was less full. And the cucumber has a lot of water in it, so it does help you feel full longer because you're getting lots of water. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in the bell pepper, same thing. Just take a handful, sprinkle it on top, one for each container. The great thing about these containers is you can store them in the refrigerator, you can stack them, and you've got your breakfast and lunch set for the week. All right, so there you go. That's the bell peppers. Next I have the tomatoes. Same thing, split them out, put them on top. And you can just pretty much eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, generally speaking, that each of these is going to have the same amount of calories because you're putting basically the same amount in each one. So I'll move this up here so you can get an idea of how the other ones are coming together. There you go. So, and the last thing, last part of the vegetables is I'm going to do some carrots. Never really liked carrots, but it's something I can eat. It's something that sticks with you. It's fibrous. And so I'm learning to like it because it's something I can have that is nutritional. So here we go. Almost done. I like the matchstick ones because they're really easy to just pick up by the handful, and I don't have to chop one more thing. All right. Let's see, how are we doing? Okay, so there we have it. Here are our 10 salads. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll move it this way so you can see it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the chicken. So I haven't weighed that yet, but I'm going to do it the exact same way that I did the vegetables. So moving these aside for a moment. To turn on the scale. So yesterday I put this chicken in the crock pot and I just seasoned it with some salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil. And once it was done, I put it into each of the meal containers. And I know this meal container weighs 33 grams because I measured it before. So now I'm just going to put this onto the scale and I'm going to record the weight of the chicken. So that's 621 grams. That's 621 grams. Let's see what this one is. And the second one is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and I'm going to save this for dinner if I can. Let me see if I can portion some of this out and put this on the salads for the week. And I'm just going to put some of that on top of the salad. And then all you have to do is put a little bit of the salad dressing. The protein really does help because you know, it's nice to have the salad, but it's also nice to have some protein because you need it. You need your protein. All right, so that's what I do. I just take a little bit of the chicken that we already measured out and we'll divide that out and we'll see how many calories that is. But I just put enough to add some protein to the lunch. You can use tuna, you can use salmon. I like chicken because it doesn't smell fishy and it doesn't get dry. It's a nice topping for a salad. Never used to put chicken in my salads, so this is a new thing, but I really like it. I used to eat tuna a lot, but I don't know, when I open it at work, it just smells a little fishy and I don't know, I don't like it as much. And I know this may not be the most aesthetically pleasing thing to watch on camera, but I like to be able to spread out the chicken so that when I take bites of it at work, you know, it's nothing I really need a knife to do. And when you cook chicken in the crock pot, it comes out so tender and it's just very easy to portion out this way. And I know that I'm spreading it evenly out and I'm also making it bite-sized. So here we go. This is the last little bit, unless I measure more out and add it in. So I'm just going to look across them all and try and even them out by sight. Just make sure everything looks pretty much the same because like I said, I'm going to just divide out the calories. So that is that. So like I said, I am gonna save this chicken right here and I'm going to use it for a couple of dinner meals. So some people may not like eating the same thing every day. I actually really enjoy being able to have all my meals prepared. And if this isn't something you want to eat every day, you can mix it up. I've done salads before with spinach, boiled egg, tomatoes, and made kind of a spinach salad with mushrooms as well. Bacon is a pretty low calorie topping. You can take 1 or 2 slices of bacon and spread it across a spinach salad for the week. The dressing I like is the Newman's Own Light Balsamic. 2 tablespoons is 1 serving. And for that 1 serving, it's 45 calories. 2 tablespoons is basically all I need, but if you need a little more, that's a pretty good calorie. You could do 3. I mean, I do 2 tablespoons on my salad. So just a little bit of salt will give that chicken a nice, not a lot. And if you can't eat salt, you really don't need this because the balsamic dressing is, nice and flavorful. If you want salt and pepper, I never used to eat pepper as a kid, and now I do like it. It gives a little zip to your salad. All right, so that's that. I don't put this on the salad now. I keep this in a little refrigerator at work for my daughter. Oh, actually, I bought her one. She can take it home, and then during the week, she's in college, she can take this and just measure it out, the 2 tablespoons on top. And then I just seal them up. There we go. 5 for me, 5 for her. Lunch is done for the week. So I will just carry that out to the refrigerator, and as I head out for work each morning, I'll grab one of these. I'll grab an apple, which is 57 calories, and a couple of little mandarin oranges, which is also about 57 calories. In the morning, I will eat my breakfast, which I'll show you next. I'll probably have an apple mid-morning or the mandarins. I'll have my lunch and the other one that I didn't have. And then I'll be on my way home for the evening, and dinner I'm not prepping that right now. But that's kind of knowing what I'm going to eat the next day is very helpful because I know this is healthy. So I'm going to compute the calories, and then I will let you know how much is in each one, and then you know for the week what your calories are, what calories you're consuming at lunch. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh the spinach. Here we go. So again, the container, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in all the spinach that I cooked to get a weight on that. Okay. All right. So the spinach is 580 grams. So I'm going to take it back and put it back into the container. Turn this off. Containers, let me clean this up. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do first, since I am meal prepping for 2 this time, is I'm going to take this and I'm gonna divide it. It's kind of hard to tell what's half and half unless I measure it, unless I weigh it. So 230, 60 here. There we go. All right, so that's half. So we're going to half it. Half I will just keep in here for me, I guess, during the week, or I'll give that to my daughter, and that's what I'll do. I'll give this to her with 10 boiled eggs. 3, 4, 6. And so I'll take out 2 of these, and what I will do is I will go ahead and put some of this in each of the containers for my breakfast during the week. I know this may not look good, but it is so good for breakfast. It really is very satisfying and very flavorful when you put this with eggs and mushrooms. But again, if this this isn't your gig, if you like other things, you can certainly eat that. I'm just sharing with you what I eat and what I ate every day, pretty much so for the 10-week BodySlims program to lose 25 pounds, now 30 pounds in total. So what I do is I do this, and I just boiled more eggs, so I will show you how I do this typically. I'll put 2 eggs in each container. And I'm just gonna go with 4 since that's all the containers I have, because I think sharing with her, I'm short. That's okay. One day I can just cook from home. But so the 2 eggs are I think 157 calories. And then I will add this up, and I will put 6 more eggs in here. So she will have 2 eggs a day with her spinach, and I will tally up all the calories. Thank you for joining me today as we meal prepped for my week. I hope it was informative, and I hope it helps you jumpstart your meal prep. It has been very helpful to me doing the meal prep because I know that I have meals that are nutritious, that are within a good calorie range to help me meet my goal of weight loss. If you haven't watched the other videos, I hope you will, and please continue to share my channel with any friends who you think might enjoy evolving with us as women over 50. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.